I want to talk today about the Alone with You. This game actually a free games, which is if you are a PS4 Plus member, you have that subscription, and it's free for you. So this Alone with You builds itself as a sci-fi romance adventure, and it commits to every part of that description. So basically here what I do is just wandering around at the first part of the Alone with You game, and it doesn't feel right for me because I don't like the graphics, and well, and I don't like the kind of type of this game, but well, I try, and now here I am doing this game. And this is actually pretty funny because the developer Benjamin Rivers aims to tell an introspective story about human exploration and human folly in space. So he is alone, and he's trying to get a clue about what's happening here in this space. And I think that in the end of this game or main story of it, he will find a great girlfriend maybe, or something like that. So it's just my first part of this game. I don't know if I want to continue, but at least this part is what I do and I like about this is because it's a story, and engaging in a story like this is very fun because it's some type the same type of the Japanese video games, which is you just do click and understand the story here. Well, Alone with You trains you as the lone survivor of a space colonization, a time gone wrong. So your only companion is the colony's AI, the artificial intelligence. However, the artificial intelligence itself still has data on the 4 mission critical colonies, which the AI use to recreate them as the holograms, so that they can use their specialties and help you repair the colony's last escape ship. So this is your bedroom. You can find a lot of stuff here, and let's sleep a moment. Okay, now it's 6 AM and let's get to work. Let's find out about this room. Oh yes, good morning. Right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to explore this room now. Okay, let's see. You know, the people this hologram embody are dead already in this game, and the holograms know they're dead too, but they take on lives on their own, and as you explore the planet, you have the opportunity to help each of them find closure. So it's basically you have to find a lot of things here to get you through the main story of the game, and some of them is not really pretty much useful, as like you will find a lot of notes, and that exactly essential for the missions. So as we play, actually it's how much Alone with You feels grounded in a tradition of hard science fiction. So every facility you can visit here have a bearing on the colony's functionality. While the science may not be accurate, there are no details spared describing how the colonies terraform and grew food, or how they harvested fuel. So if you didn't know what a lenticular cloud is, or what a biopside plant is, prepare to learn. The gameplay itself quickly settles into a loop. Find parts for the ship by the day, and then speak to the corresponding hologram by night, and that will be continued like that. So basically it's very story driven, and you will find a lot of clue, like go to the hallway and etc, and you can find a lot of item also. And as I say, it's very driven. Some of the room is inaccessible yet, but by inspecting things, items, and also completing missions in a certain floor, maybe if you try to go to a building, and you will find a lot of items there, and you can unlock any door that is inaccessible. So now I have the mission to go to the relay station, so I'm just going there first. So I'm here right now. As you explore, you need to find clues and codes to unlock doors and access more information. A little discoveries fit together one by one, painting a full picture of what happened at the colony. That's what this Alone With You game is basically. What kind of game is that? So I'm coming to a door right now, and this is the first floor. I think I noticed about like 4 floor. So what I'm going to do now is finding a lot of stuff and do the R2 to inspect the stuff or items. And let's take a look on the instruction that I have. Basically you have to go to a server room, but it's now locked, so I can use the elevator to go to the next floor. By using the elevator you can go down and go up also, but first just check into the floor if you have another room and inspect stuff. Things like that will happen in every floor, but there are times in Alone With You when all the puzzle elements fall into place just right. As you can see right now, I need to find out about the things. I just use R2 and it show me the torn pages, but I'm not the one that really get into the one by one conversation in every game. I just finally just skip it too much. Like what I do in the Sword Art Online, there's a lot of conversation there, but I'm not gonna do that, and I still not going to spend time to just try to understand what is the conversation. But I see the big parts, and there I just open Relay Conduit. Basically here you just if you didn't want just want to skip the conversation, it's alright. You can find a lot of item and try to figure out by yourself what to do next. It's really a choice-driven conversation with the hologram scan for the rest of Alone With You thing. In each facility you'll piece together the story of the colonists who work there by reading their diaries and journals, like what I do here. Clues are revealed about their feelings for each other and their lives on the planet, complete with rivalries, secret romances, and a lot of tragic endings. So it's really bring up memories into a lot of romantic films and also the drama. So maybe it's right that this game is really sci-fi romantic video games. So I read a lot of reviews about this game, and at the very beginning of the game, as you can see earlier, that we are told actually that we have 3 in-game weeks to complete our objective here on repairing the ships and escaping, and scavenging for parts. It seems like the only thing that we can do here. And almost every time the game announces a new day, it will continue like that until the ending. So some players, people already play this to the end. Actually, there is some payoff later in the game when the daily routine final breaks. So these deviations successfully created an immediate sense of unease. So likewise, the Alone With You storytelling was at its strongest when it pieced together the lives of the other characters and the opportunity to dig deeper into a relationship between 2 of the holograms, for example, keep people coming back to this game over and over. So what's the title now? I just going to skip out this conversation and try to find a thing that may be behind those pillar. Well, I think this is it. Okay, the service panel. So this building has been abandoned maybe a long time ago, and people's holograms is still living in this game and in this space somewhere out there. And sometimes I do not understand maybe it's because I skip the conversation or maybe not, but I try to find out what did I miss in a time when I cannot find when there is a lot of 1 or 2 doors still inaccessible or locked. So that's what I do. I try to find things that I miss in every floor. But finally, this game is pretty much easy, and you can do it in a very relaxed situation. Okay, so I finally goes to the locker room, the room that I miss. So now I will find new items to fix this place. So for me, this game is like a real novel comes alive. Maybe it was based on a novel of the sci-fi romantic drama novel, but still it's pretty much awesome for girls or maybe for women too, which is they are really interesting in reading novels. But I'm not. I'm more like an action comic, like what dragons balls and things like that. So Alone With You is a game that understands that the inclusion of romance doesn't cheapen from other themes, and it leans just as heavily on the science of science fiction as it does on its romance elements. So this game involved emotion too much for me. The rest of the game revolves around exploration, item hunts, and puzzles. With the location like this one contains logs, journals, and even stories to discover that adapt to the characters and your dire situation. You'll have to find specific item necessary to repair the ship, all ranging from crystalline fuel, ship parts, viable source of food, or it's a simple task, unfortunately, with time consuming due to how difficult it can be to spot key items in environments filled with potential objects of interest. But I did it. So this the first building is game over now. So as I said that this is a very pretty much great a simple game of the a novel comes to life, a novel comes to game exactly. So I encourage you to play because this game is pretty much easy and simple and also will interact with your emotions if you feel like the emotional game. But for me, I think I will go to this game again after a few times because I'm not into that kind of emotions. So maybe I'll see you on another review of the another game which is not very emotional. So thank you, bye.